What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I am so happy to be back recording. Like you guys just don't even know. So this voiceover, it's like I kind of want to give you guys a life update plus kind of walk through my makeup right now. I'm using the Morphe brow pencil. I've never gotten this pencil. I just seen it online. I was like, you know what? I need to try something new. So this is what we got. But like I said, I'm super excited to be back filming. As many of you know, I've been moving, so it's been a very stressful process and trying to get moved and with a 3-year-old and a dog, and it's just been a lot. So, like I said, I'm definitely grateful that I am able to record because it's awesome now. I'm not officially in my new place yet. This video was actually recorded at my current apartment, but hopefully within my next video, maybe not my next one, but maybe the one after that, I will be recording in my new place, hopefully. So prayers up on that one. So I will be giving you all a apartment tour soon. I did an empty apartment tour, but it wasn't very long, and I was like, I'm not gonna put that on YouTube yet. So I think I'm gonna wait to put the empty apartment tour up when I at least get my apartment furnished how I like it, and the pictures up and all that other stuff. So I'm kind of gonna combine the two, and then of course put the video up. That is going to be the plan. um, so just bear with me, guys. So that video, will be up hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so, which I'm praying it will be. So today's video that I am doing is it's going to be all about a little purple look. I had been wanting to try the Violets palette by Juvias Place for the longest, and I was finally able to get it because I know it was out of stock for a while. So I'm like, you know what? This is the time. It's in stock. Let me just go ahead and get it while I can. So I ended up getting it, and it's love. Like, it's really a good palette. It's super pretty when I first opened it. So I ended up getting the Violets palette and as well as the Berries palette, simply because those were the two that I've really wanted. So I've been anxious to try a purple look. I hadn't done it yet, and this was like a quick thing. Then I was like, you know what, let me just try to do it. So today's video is going to be all about the purple, all about the violet. So I hope that you guys do enjoy it because it was definitely a good video for me. I mean, I enjoyed doing the look. I think next time I do the purple, I do want to incorporate some glitter because I did not do it in this video. So hopefully, things will work out how they're supposed to, and I'll be able to do it. But anyway, so with this brow pencil, I did like it. I do think that it was a little bit dark. Well, I can't even really say it was a little bit dark because you know what? I was using one of the eye pencils that I had, and it was kind of the same shade. I guess because it's new to me, I'm getting a different feel about it. And that really could be the case. And plus, I'm always used to using the ABH dip brow, so this is definitely new for me, I would say. But I think my brows did turn out okay. I did go back and refill them in. And the thing is, I usually don't. Well, I used to do this, but I don't anymore. So I used to kind of take. Well, I can't really say I don't anymore. Now I'm sitting there thinking about it because sometimes I might. So as you can see, I'm kind of going through and concealing the top of my brow with the concealer that I use under the bottom. I usually don't do that, but this brow was giving me some issues. Like, I don't know what it is about my brow. Sometimes I just can't get it right. So I ended up just going through and putting the concealer on the top of this brow to make sure that it was the way that I wanted it to be, and of course to make it match with the other brow. So that is what is happening here, because clearly this brow just was not cooperating with me today, or last night when I was filming this video. So I ended up going through and just kind of placing it on there, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I messed up because I got concealer on the brow, and it was a mess. So I had to go back through and, of course, refill it. And you know what? I always make it work. For some reason, everything always seems to come out how it's supposed to, and the brow came out looking good. So y'all will see whenever the video is finished how it it turned out. And then I was like, then I had to go back and fix the front because the front was too long. Like it was just a disaster. I was in there looking at it like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So, my favorite moisturizer, CeraVe. Y'all know how I do. CeraVe, if you're listening, holla at your girl. I'm just letting you know. So, CeraVe, of course, is my favorite moisturizer ever. And I use it religiously in the morning, at night, in my videos. Like it's crazy. Like I'm surprised I'm not out. I'm really surprised I'm not out because this is the first one I've ever bought, and it's like it's still pretty full. So it ain't over yet. So anyway, I am taking the NYX palette, and I'm using one of the shades in there to kind of prime my eyelid to get ready for the shadow. I usually don't use this palette. I usually use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, but today I was just like, you know what, I'm using all of these new products, let me just try something different. So I just went through and I primed my lid, and then I'm going to use the banana powder to set that. This is actually one of my favorite powders. Like it really really is. Like I love my other powders, but banana is just like, it does something to me. So there's that gorgeous Juvias Place. Those colors are beautiful. So I used that darker shade to start off on my lid. And the thing was, I really wasn't going to do that at first. And then I was like, you know what? I am going for the darker vibe. So let me just go ahead and start with this shade, and we'll just see how it goes. I winged it the entire look just like I do everything else in life. Wing it. Is what it is. Not afraid to say that. Because I just don't have my life always planned. And the thing is, I always thought I kind of would, but in reality, I really don't. Like, it's super hard for me to sometimes stay on track. I remember when I first started doing videos, I was writing down like every detail. I wrote down a script. I wrote down just all kinds of different foolishness that I realized doesn't really happen when you get in front of a camera. So, I was just like, you know what, this ain't it. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm better at winging this than I am at anything else. So anyway, so then I took that NYX palette again, and I went through and kind of, I don't really know what this process is called now that I think about it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover some of my lid with this. I don't even know a color that you could say it is. It's just a shade that's in the palette. And I wanted to use this to cover part of my lid because I'm going to put on another color. The thing was, the color that I was going to use wasn't the original color that was supposed to go down. It just happened to happen this way. And yeah, and the thing was, I actually started to just leave it like it is when I put this shade over top of it, this concealer. I was like, it just doesn't look that bad. Like, maybe I'll just leave it like this. And then I was like, no, I should probably put another color over top of it, which, hey, it still came out good. But yeah, so anyway, I ended up just taking this and putting it on my lid. Because like I said, I was going to do something different. It just didn't work out. So I'm still personally experimenting with eyeshadows. I am nowhere near perfect on that. But it's something that I'm trying to get more passionate with. It's so funny because I could never do eyeshadow ever. I think I said this in one of my other videos. Like, I was absolutely horrible at doing eyeshadow, like the worst. And 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 then it just started coming to me. So I don't know. But anyway, so this is the shade that I'm putting over top of that. It was like a really really pretty purple, light purple. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. It's giving me these ultraviolet, beautiful, beautiful colors. So I'm like, let me just put this all here, and make it work out. And you know what? It did, and it worked out perfectly. It was absolutely beautiful. And I went back through and kind of patted it because the actual eyeshadow brush, it wasn't doing it for me. So I'm like, let me just go back and pat it with another brush. So anyway, I'm going to use the Better Than Sex eyeliner here. This is absolutely my favorite eyeliner. As y'all know, I use it in all of my videos. I'm just saying. um, and this is a sponsor, but I'm just saying I do. And it's a really good eyeliner for me. There are other eyeliners that I do want to try, like the Huda Beauty eyeliner. I know that I want to try that one. And of course, one day I will do that. But anyway, so I am going to do a wing liner. It's so funny because I never really knew how to do a wing liner either. And it just seemed like it just worked out for you, girl. So wing liner is on deck. There it is. And the thing is, it's also harder for me to do a wing liner because I have hooded eyes. So it just makes the whole process messier and difficult. But I've learned to kind of navigate through those waters and, get to where I need to be. But if you guys want a video on how I do my wing liner for hooded eyes, just let me know and I will do that. But anyway, so I went through and I did the wing liner for my eyes, and it looked really, really good with the purple. Like it looked way better than what I thought. But I thought I was gonna mess up, but I didn't. So it worked out pretty well. So then I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara as well. I do like to use the combo together because this is one of my favorite mascaras too, besides the falsies. So I love it. Then I'm going to use the Eylure, and these were super pretty. This was the first time I ever used them, and they were gorgeous. Here I'm using Juvias Place, the foundation stick. This was also the first time I've ever used this. So a lot of this makeup is a first time thing. um, so I used this foundation stick because I had seen a lot of people trying it. And I'm like, you know what? I really need to get on the Juvias Place foundation sticks. Like, I need to stop playing with myself and I need to go ahead and get that. So I did. And it's really, really pretty. It was a little light to my liking. But I mean, it came out good, as you can see on camera. But I think I do want to try the darker shade to see what happens there. And also, I think I may need to put more on. Like, I feel like it wasn't as much coverage. So I think I probably will need to add, a little bit more of the stick to my face and then go back through and rub it in. So I did end up using concealer because for some reason this matte concealer, it just always seems to get any spots that I seem to be missing. So I went through and I put that on my face and kind of, of course, brush that in to fix any of the patches that I had where, the foundation didn't necessarily cover it. So I did that. And like, this is one of my favorite concealers as well. I think I always use this in my videos now that I think about it. I'm always using the MAC NW45 concealer. I think it's cover up or select cover up or something like that. I don't even know. But this is one of my favorite concealers, and I've been using this for years. And then I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Concealer because y'all know I got to use it in every video. Every video. And I'm gonna do my highlight with the Pro Conceal. This was in the color Fawn. I started to use Warm Honey, but I could not find it. So I should probably try to find that for one of my next videos because when I'm going for a glam look, I'm going for a glam look. And the Fawn was just not as bright as I wanted it to be, and the Warm Honey would have definitely placed, like, it would have put it where it was supposed to be. So it would have been the bomb. But so anyway, it did work out for the video, which is really, really good. And I was happy that it did work out. So it is what it is. But anyway, sorry guys, my mic cut out, so I do apologize. There's always seem to be some technical difficulties with me all the time, every time, never fails. Oh well. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, the highlight, it did turn out good. I wish it could have been a little bit lighter, a little bit bolder, but I couldn't find it. And I think it was mainly because I had moved all of my things to the other place. So it could possibly be there with my other makeup. But anyway, so then I'm going to be using the Juvias Place. I don't even remember what color this is, but I will look at it and put it below in the description box for you guys. So this one, it was super dark, so I knew that I couldn't use it as for any other concealer that I was going to put on my face. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to contour with it because it actually worked out perfectly with my contour. The yeah, it turned out a lot better than what I thought it was going to, because I've done contours where it was super super dark, and then it just got to the point where it kind of just looked like ash, and I'm like, this wasn't the look I was going for. So no, can't say that this is gonna work out. But anyway, no, it came out well. And the thing is, I don't well, I take that back because I do contour my nose, but it's rare that I use liquid to do it because liquid is just always super messy for me and I can never really get it how I want. I usually like to use a cream contour. So using a liquid contour was different, very different. But anyway, it worked out. So now I'm using the Laura, aka Laura Mercier. It's so funny because I've always wanted to try this and I never was down to pay $40 for it. But lately, you know what? I was feeling generous. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself some Laura Mercier. So I bit the bullet and I was like, you know what? Let me just get it. And it's really good. Like it's really bomb. So I think that I'm going to definitely keep using it for sure. So you're probably gonna see this a lot more in my videos, definitely. And so yeah, Laura, shout out to you because it was good. And you know how when you look at the powder, you're like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like I can look at the Laura Mercier and tell that it smells so good. But anywho, so now I'm using the Brontour by Morphe, and I absolutely loved it. Like I loved it. It it reminds me so much of my CoverGirl bronzer, and I absolutely love it. So that's gonna be my new go-to. And now I'm using the Colourpop pencil. I'm not sure what shade this is either, but I'll put it below. This did not really come up good on camera, but it did make my lips a little bit darker. And I'm using the Lip Injection by Too Faced. It was not intended for me to use lip injection. I was going to use lipstick. Um, and it did not work out. It was so terrible. Absolutely horrible. So lip injection, it was, and it turned out looking great with this purple eyeshadow. So now I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk. I don't even know if I said her name right, but her her highlighter is the bomb. So, and I always use it. And then I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution and, of course, put on my Fix Spray. And that's it. That is my video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I will be recording for you more. Much love to each of you, each of you. And take care. Bye-bye.